Chris Wood's story begins in a simple but dreamy place, Auckland, New Zealand. He was born into a family that didn't have much money, but they did have something very valuable: courage and determination. His parents, Grant and Julie, knew that if they wanted to see their son achieve his dream of becoming a football player, they would have to do something big. They worked hard and, with a lot of effort, managed to save $115,000 from their savings. All of this money was invested in something that would change Chris's life: a trip to England, where he would have the chance to try his luck on football trials. It was a big risk, but his parents' courage and Chris's talent met, and he didn't let this opportunity slip away. Along the way, he also watched his sister, Chelsea, follow in her own footsteps in football. Chelsea wasn't just a player, she was the captain of the Auckland City women's team. And Chris, who has always supported his sister, decided to help in any way he could. Every year, he invests $50,000 to ensure that she gets the best possible training. As he knew, success doesn't come alone, and family support can make all the difference. This journey, full of challenges and overcoming, is what made Chris Wood the player he is today. Come with me to learn about Chris Wood's story, but first just check if it's already written on the channel, so you don't miss any videos. The Wood family's history is full of sports. Chris's grandfather played rugby for the All Blacks in the 60s, and Chris believes his success in the sport comes from these strong roots. He recently spent $300,000 to renovate the rugby club where his grandfather played. His mother, Julie, runs the family's charitable foundation, which has donated $1.5 million in sports scholarships since 2020. Chris's sister organizes youth programs and helps around 5,000 children every year. Chris Wood, the Nottingham Forest striker, is killing it. In just 5 games, he has scored 6 goals, which is more than he did all last season. This has left everyone, from fans to Premier League pundits, in awe. The highlight was his hat-trick against Newcastle, which was not only impressive, but also completely changed the course of Forest's season. The same player who struggled to play last year is now leading his team to European glory. But there's more to his story than just goals. Chris is not just a star on the pitch. Off the pitch, he has also made smart investment decisions and kept his private life well out of the spotlight. His transformation goes beyond football. Just look at what he has achieved: 6 goals, 2 assists and a shooting accuracy of 84% in the last few games. Last season, he struggled to score, scoring just 2 goals in 20 games. Now, he scores a goal every 83 minutes. This all started after new manager Nuno Espirito Santo tweaked Forest's style of play to make the most of Wood's skills. And this incredible performance has seen him named Premier League Player of the Week. With his goals, Wood has helped Forest climb out of the relegation zone and now sit comfortably in mid-table. He has scored important goals against teams such as Manchester United, Chelsea and, of course, a hat-trick against Newcastle. And he is unbeatable in the air, winning 67% of his headers, the best rate in the league. As well as scoring goals, he is also creating plays, with 24 crucial passes this year, compared to just 8 last season. And speaking of numbers that matter, Wood's wallet is also much better. He is earning more than ever. His market value has tripled since January and he is now worth $15 million. His contract with Forest pays $82,000 per week, which works out to $4.2 million per year. It seems that he is only growing up. Nottingham Forest paid $20 million to sign Chris Wood from Newcastle, making him the second most expensive player in the club's history. And the most incredible thing is that every time he scores 5 goals, he gets a bonus of $250,000. He has already earned this bonus twice this season alone. And it's not just football that Wood lives for. He has deals with famous brands like Nike, which pays him $500,000 a year, and he is also the face of New Zealand's largest sports store, Rebel Sport, earning an additional $300,000 a year. Wood is also very smart with his money. He invested $2 million in property in Auckland, and now those properties are worth 40% more. He also has a share in a sports recovery center in Wellington, which is worth $1.20 million, and if you think he only makes money, you're wrong. He lives the lifestyle of a star. His main home is a $4.2 million mansion in Nottingham, with 6 bedrooms, an indoor pool and even a private soccer field for training at night. He starts his day at 6:30 a.m. with 2 hours of training in his private gym, which costs $200,000 to set up, and even has a cryotherapy chamber to help with recovery after training. If you take a look at Wood's garage, you'll see one cool car after another. He drives a $180,000 Range Rover, but he also has a $250,000 Bentley Continental GT and a $125,000 Tesla Model X. For fun, he also bought a $220,000 Mercedes-AMG G63. And when it comes to clothes, Wood likes to dress up, but not overdo it. He wears Tom Ford suits and has a collection of super expensive watches, with a favorite worth $185,000. And guess what? He loves golf and plays twice a week, keeping a good score. To improve his game, he even bought a golf simulator to practice at home for $100,000. And when he wants to relax, he heads to his vacation home in New Zealand, which is worth $28 million. The house has a private dock and even a $400,000 yacht. Wood's diet is also top-notch. He has a personal chef who costs $88,000 a month and prepares 6 meals a day, all with lean proteins and local organic food. He has a $150,000 wine cellar, but he barely drinks during the season. Now, what's most impressive is the support Wood receives in his personal life. His wife, Kirsty Linnett, is a former professional soccer player who played for Liverpool Women. They met in 2017 during a charity match, where Kirsty scored an own goal, and have been together ever since. They got married in 2021 in a super romantic wedding in Italy, which cost $300,000 and even included a concert by Ed Sheeran. Kirsty played for teams like Birmingham City and Leicester City and scored 67 goals before retiring in 2022 to focus on her family and business. She now runs a football academy for girls, charging $2,000 per semester. Together, Chris and Kirsty are very involved in social causes, and they have donated $500,000 to youth football in New Zealand and organize a charity match that raises around $200,000 for children's hospitals. And so, despite all their success, Wood and her family continue to help others and stay grounded. Chris Wood and his wife, Kirsty, live in a beautiful mansion in Nottingham with their 3 dogs, a German Shepherd named Max and 2 French Bulldogs, Luna and Leo. They love their pets so much that they paid $15,000 for each of them to have professional training. And guess what? They are expecting their first child in June 2024. This super cool news came just as Chris was scoring goals. They even prepared a $100,000 nursery, designed by the same team that decorated the bedrooms of the famous footballer David Beckham. Kirsty, in addition to taking care of the house and family, also runs the family business. She has a chain of football training centers in New Zealand that earns $1.2 million a year. And she will also launch her own line of sportswear in 2024. Their social media also helps a lot. Kirsty has 500,000 followers on Instagram and earns about $110,000 every time she does a sponsored post. Together, Chris and Kirsty have turned down TV offers, even with $750,000 on the line, because they prefer to keep their privacy. Chris bought his parents a $1.2 million home in 2019 after signing his first major Premier League contract. He has also set up a $2 million trust fund to secure his family's future. Every summer, the Wood family gets together in New Zealand and plays charity football matches to help others. Chris's father now runs the Chris Wood Football Academy in Auckland, which makes $800,000 a year and provides free training to children who can't afford it. And that's not all. Chris pays for his entire family to visit him in England twice a year, spending around $100,000 each trip. When they're together, they rent out an entire section of Nottingham Forest Stadium to watch games, which costs $20,000 a game. A close-knit family, always doing good for others and celebrating their roots. Chris Wood and his family are investing in new projects together, and the latest is a $5 million super sports complex in Auckland, which will open in 2025. This incredible facility will offer free training to promising young athletes, helping them grow in the sport, from scoring game-changing goals for Forest to building a business empire with his family. Chris's story shows how talent and hard work can make anything happen. What he's doing now is not only changing Forest's season, but also leaving an incredible legacy, both on and off the pitch. If you enjoy learning more about Premier League stars and their incredible journeys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. And leave a comment below telling us what you think of Wood's transformation.